The story of Cain and Abel stands at the very beginning of the biblical narrative, emerging from the book of Genesis as one of humanity's earliest and most haunting accounts of conflict, morality, and consequence, set in the generations immediately following Adam and Eve's expulsion from Eden. This story reflects an ancient world learning how to live east of paradise, where labor, rivalry, and moral choice shape the future of humankind. Cain, the firstborn son, becomes a farmer who works the soil, while Abel, his younger brother, becomes a shepherd who tends flocks, a division of labor that mirrors early human society in the ancient Near East. Both brothers bring offerings to God, Cain presenting produce from the ground and Abel offering the firstborn of his flock, and the text records that God looks with favor on Abel's offering but not on Cain's. The narrative does not explain precisely why one offering is accepted and the other is not, and this ambiguity has fueled centuries of theological interpretation, with ancient Jewish, Christian, and scholarly traditions suggesting differences in intention, quality, or faith rather than occupation. Cain reacts not with reflection but with anger, and the text describes his face falling, a powerful image of inner resentment made visible. God addresses Cain directly, warning him that sin is crouching at the door like a predatory animal and that he must rule over it, introducing one of the earliest biblical articulations of human moral responsibility. This moment marks a crucial turning point in biblical theology, emphasizing that wrongdoing is not inevitable but a choice that must be confronted. Despite the warning, Cain invites Abel into the field, and there, away from witnesses, he rises up and kills his brother, committing the first murder recorded in Scripture. The act shatters the fragile harmony of early human life and introduces violence as a permanent feature of the post-Eden world. When God confronts Cain, asking where Abel is, Cain responds with a chilling question, "Am I my brother's keeper?" A line that has echoed through moral philosophy and ethical discourse for thousands of years. God declares that Abel's blood cries out from the ground, linking violence, land, and justice in a way that resonated deeply with agrarian societies of the ancient world. Cain is cursed from the ground he once worked, condemned to become a restless wanderer. Yet the punishment is tempered with mercy when God places a mark on Cain to protect him from vengeance. This mark has been the subject of extensive interpretation, but the text makes clear that it functions as divine protection, reinforcing a theme of restraint against cycles of violence. Cain departs to the land of Nod, east of Eden, where he builds a city and names it after his son, a detail that signals the beginnings of urban civilization even as it emerges from tragedy. The story thus presents a complex portrait of humanity, capable of creativity and community building even while burdened by moral failure. Abel, though silent in the narrative, becomes a symbol of innocence and righteous suffering, referenced later in biblical texts as a model of faithfulness. Cain, by contrast, becomes a figure representing jealousy, unchecked anger, and the refusal to master destructive impulses. Historically, the story reflects themes common to ancient Near Eastern literature, including sibling rivalry, divine favor, and the tension between pastoral and agricultural life, while remaining uniquely focused on ethical responsibility. Rather than glorifying violence, the narrative condemns it and explores its consequences across generations. The enduring power of the Cain and Abel story lies in its simplicity and depth, presenting universal human emotions within a mythic framework that shaped early Israelite identity. It confronts listeners with questions about responsibility to others, the dangers of resentment, and the possibility of choosing restraint over destruction. For centuries, this story has been read not as distant myth alone, but as a mirror reflecting the recurring struggles of human societies. If you found this exploration meaningful, be sure to like and subscribe for more history explained through ancient stories. And let us know in the comments if there's another biblical account, a historical figure, or early civilization you'd like us to cover next. The story of Cain and Abel reminds us that the earliest chapters of human history are not about perfection, but about choice, consequence, and the fragile responsibility people hold toward one another. A lesson that remains as urgent now as it was at the dawn of recorded time.